Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll be your host today, Miss Noir. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Please share your thoughts and opinions with me in the comment section below. Today we will be exploring a Reddit post and seeing where it takes us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today's story is from r/AITAH by ThrowRA Separate 11, who writes, AITAH for letting daycare call CPS when my STBEX husband failed to pick up our toddler from daycare. We are in trial separation. He wants half custody. It's been several months and it was the 8th time daycare has called me because he was unable to pick up our toddler. Sometimes he was just a no-show and the daycare would call me because it's already been half an hour since their official close time. Every time, the daycare is pissed at me for making them stay overtime, and we're charged $2 per minute for being late. They threaten to call authorities and CPS if we keep doing this. I tried to explain the problem, but daycare doesn't care, as they shouldn't. Well, last week, it happened again, and I told daycare to go ahead and call the authorities and CPS. My soon-to-be ex-husband showed up an hour late and met our toddler there with the cops. Daycare also threatened to kick our toddler out, again, understandably so. My STB ex-husband was so mad and said I was a cruel mother for abandoning our toddler. I told him I warned him multiple times in the past, and issues only arise when he has custody. We switch with each week, trialing house swap too. I told him repeatedly, if he cannot get out of work reliably, he needs to hire a babysitter, nanny, and he cannot rely on me as his primary backup. I get it if it was like once or twice a year, or if babysitter, nanny plans fell through, but if I'm his ex-wife and he has custody, he shouldn't depend on me as his primary backup. And I also felt bad about leaving our toddler, but if we separated, this would only keep happening, and I felt short-term pain might be worth the long-term gain. I feel bad our toddler is caught in the middle, but was I the AH for letting daycare call CPS? Relevant details. We are both high-paying jobs, but I intention do not schedule myself to work late on days I have him or I have a nanny babysitter ready. Now with the trial separation, I have cut down to half time. I work half days on the days I have our toddler so I can spend time with him and work long days on days I'm child-free. He has made no changes in his schedule. Wow, OP. It is poetic justice that you had the daycare call CPS on you and your husband. You talk as if you are a fit parent, but you are not. You have risked the well-being of your child by leaving them at the mercy of an irresponsible man, which makes you an irresponsible mother. You and your husband are both unfit parents. Your child was abandoned at the daycare because they did not have any parents responsible enough to show up for them. Your child was abandoned to the degree that CPS was called. Being a mother is not a part-time job. It's not even a full-time job. It's a 24/7 job. Having CPS called for your child is a failing on all the parents. Therefore, you are a terrible mother. Your priorities are messed up. You are so obsessed with teaching your grown adult husband to be a responsible person who takes accountability for his actions that you are sacrificing your child's well-being and imposing your responsibilities on everyone and anyone that you can. You are neglecting and abandoning your child because your priority is to teach a grown adult something. This does not make you a good mother. This does not make you a mature and responsible adult. If neither you or your husband are willing to be responsible parents to your child, do your child a favor and send them to live with someone who can be. Because the childish games that your childish self and your childish husband are playing are capable of landing your child in foster care. You have convinced yourself that you get to be a part-time parent just because your husband says he wants 50-50 custody, which leads to your child being abandoned. Get a lawyer and use at least an ounce of sense for the well-being of your child. and get your child taken care of by a capable and mature adult. Update. Not too much to update, but after talking to our lawyers and mediators, it was decided I'll be moving back to our old home with our toddler in another state and resume my old job. We moved less than a year ago for his career. I will have primary custody. He has proven he cannot handle custody. We have agreed on an amount of child support, approximately $4,000 per month. He'll keep our current house once we leave and take on the mortgage. I'll keep our old home after the tenants move out. We are set to move back in 2 months. His lawyer advised him to accept these terms because I have clear documentations of him failing to fulfill his parental obligations, evidence that suggests alienation and career sabotage, and he's lucky I'm not seeking compensation for that. To answer some questions, I did not call CPS. The daycare called the cops, not CPS. I was scheduled to work on the weeks he was supposed to pick up our toddler. I did choose to not scramble to coverage to pick him up, as I was already in trouble for spontaneously leaving every 2 weeks on his weeks to cover him. In addition, getting coverage would take 30 minutes plus and another 30 minutes to get to his daycare. Yes, I could have problem solved and asked my friend to pick up, but I did not. Yes, the daycare knew about trial separation and knew it was Dad's day, but since he wasn't coming, they called me. My old job still has needs, so I'll resume there. Most days are 7 to 3, but there will be some 12 to 24-hour shifts, in which I'll have an au pair. We used to have one, and I'll have family around, my mom and siblings. We had moved away from my family, so my mom can help me with occasional pickups if needed. Today's joke of the day is by TLBS 101, who writes, Dad 1, do you sing in the car? Dad 2, only in reverse. I'm a backup singer. That's a good one, TLBS 101. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time. I'm Miss Noir. Have a good day.